Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Fawson.
I'm Greg Fawcett, and we produce the broadcast.
I'm Dr. Ernestina Garcia. I do the readings.
And I'm Robin Hackett, your special guest musician.
Yes, very special.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah. We're going to get started with evocation, if you would, Valerie.
So I just invite you to take a nice deep cleansing breath. Close your eyes. Settle into that space of oneness, of peace, of harmony, of absolute awareness that God is all there is. That right where each one of us is, God is everything and everywhere. I know that this service unfolds today in ease and grace and effortlessness. That everyone hears what is theirs to hear. And everyone says what is theirs to say. And that we expand our awareness of the truth of our being as we spend this time together. We recognize our oneness with each other, with God, with all that is. And so in absolute gratitude for this time together and for this amazing internet thingy widget that we're doing on StreamYard that allows us all to connect wherever we are and be together. And I just, in absolute gratitude, I let it be. So it is.
So it is.
So it is.
So if you've signed into this service today, something in you is calling to learn what it is you need to learn to receive something very special. So we have something very special right now with the beloved. Oh, you're going to read the. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll read them.
We're not slick here.
No, we're not. We're just who we are.
Yeah.
So, the purpose of our spiritual community is to be a spiritual community, to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, and all life. And together we say, and so it is.
Yeah, now we have Robin Hackett. You got something special for us, Robin?
Yes, well, you inspired me to just write something off the cuff, so. God is one in the spirit. God is in you and me. And God in all this creation will live on eternally. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. Eternally. La 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 la. La 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 la. God is one in the spirit. God is in you and me. And God in all this creation will live on eternally. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. Eternally. Na na na. Na 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 na. Na na na. We are one. 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 Eternally. Eternally. Eternally.
Oh, man.
That was so beautiful.
Wow.
So deep. Thank you so much.
Spirit
Wow.
just wrote that, literally.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing how it just unfolded.
Yeah.
Gave me chills, Robin. It was wonderful.
So can you name it Ours Eternally?
Ours Eternally, and I'll send the lyrics to you and we'll tweak it together. How's that sound?
That's great.
Wonderful.
That's so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robin. You're the best. We love you.
Love you guys too.
Okay, we'll be back for some more.
Okay.
Hang in there. So, you want to talk about what?
I think I'll do the announcements.
Yes.
So, like us and check in at Facebook at CSL North Metro. You can go check out our website at cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us and add yourself to the email list. You can request prayers from the website and we'll pray all week. And there's lots of good stuff out there. There's all kinds of blogs that Reverend Michael has written and all kinds of good information. So check it out.
Check it out.
Today's title is Ours Eternally. That's it for me.
So we'll invite Dr. Ernestine.
Hello, everyone. It's my turn to read the affirmations, and they're up, and here we go. Affirmations for the week of January 12th, 2025. Written for us by Stephen Anthony. Please repeat after me. All that I experience is a manifestation of my spirit's essence.
All that I experience is a manifestation of my spirit's essence.
I am grateful for the love, lessons, and growth that come with each new day.
I am grateful for the love, lessons, and growth that comes with each new day.
Belief in my oneness with the divine restores, recharges, and revitalizes my essence.
Belief in my oneness with the divine restores, recharges, and revitalizes my essence.
I consciously embrace a positive outlook on all life.
I consciously embrace a positive outlook on all life.
Joy and love are intimately present at the core of my being always.
Joy and love are innately present at the core of my being always.
The universe works for my highest and best good in every moment.
The universe works for my highest and best good in every moment.
And together we say,
And so it
is.
Yay.
Okay, now it's time for the reading that was selected for us by the Reverends. And it is a reading from the book, 7 Paths to God by Joan Borysenko, PhD.
Yeah.
The nature of life is a process of evolution in which we become progressively more whole, psychologically and spiritually. Our faith is a measure of that evolution, whether we are Jews or Christians, Hindus or Buddhists, Muslims or Taoists, Native Americans, or free spirits who adhere to no particular tradition. Every religion and system for growth has its own teaching stories and precepts for living. When we reach the level of universalizing faith, we can see the beauty in all traditions and appreciate the way in which the various paths lend themselves to people of different types, no matter what their tradition may be. In 1871, the great Lakota visionary and warrior, Crazy Horse, saw a future time of peace after 2 world wars, when people of all colors and beliefs would be united under a great sacred tree. Once again, the earth would be honored and life appreciated as a gift from the Creator. The tree of life is an enduring symbol common to many cultures. Its roots are in the ground, and its different branches touch the sky. Beneath this tree of shelter, people find respect, tolerance, charity, compassion, unity, and love. If you are on the mystic path, you are a representative of a branch of the sacred peace tree. Together, we can bring a new world, a time of heaven on earth, into being. And together we say, so it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we have some more of our beloved Robin.
Yeah.
Well, I came upon a child of God. He was walking on down the road, and I asked him, "Where are you going?" And this he told me. He said, "I'm going down to Yasgur's farm, gonna join in a rock and roll band, and I'm gonna camp out on the land and get my soul free. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden, back to the garden." And I said, "Can I walk beside you? I have come here to lose the smoke, and I feel a something a cooking and turning, yes. Well, maybe it's the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden, back to the garden, back to the garden." And by the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere was song and celebration. And then I dreamed I saw the bombers riding shotgun in the sky, turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, we are golden, And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Back to the garden. We are stardust. We are golden. We are stardust. We are golden. We are stardust. We are golden. And we've got to get ourselves. We've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Back to the garden. We are stardust. We are golden. We are stardust. We are golden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Back to the garden.
So beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, you took us to the garden,
You did.
You're welcome.
definitely. Okay, we look forward to some more from you, but we're going to do our thing now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. So, ours eternally. Sometimes when you think of eternity, it doesn't. What am I trying to say? Sometimes when you think of eternity, it's like it seems like a long, long time, but in essence, eternity is just the now, because then isn't now, and what is to be isn't now. So eternity is outside of time and space, and we are here as part of eternity, but a very microcosm of the macrocosm that brought us here in the first place. So on an earthly scale, time is used for measuring things from beginning to end. And in God, there is no end. And in our life, there is no end. There's an end to this experience of life, but it's just an experience of life. It's life is more than that. So earthly use of time is marking from birth to death, from one birthday to the next birthday, from one event to the next event, from one TV episode to the next TV episode. It's just measuring things that take up our earthly time. But in eternal is something that takes a lot of contemplation, because it's hard for us as humans to understand this thing called eternality. How can that be? How can I be something different than this when I leave this? And it's the eternal question, because we're never for sure know anything until we experience it. But some of us have had the opportunity to witness it in a way that is unique to our experiences. So I once had this experience where I lost time and space. I was just nowhere. And when I woke up, I was in a hospital. But something in me felt liberated, even though I had almost died from pneumonia and I had pneumonia, bronchitis, and tonsillitis all at the same time. And the time that I spent there was no time, because from when I went into the coma to when I came out, it didn't seem like any time passed. It just seemed like, okay, here I am. I went to sleep and now I'm awake. So time played a trick on me, but it also taught me that there's more than this, because I started having experiences of things that took place while I was in that coma state. And it's not fresh in my mind, those things that I experienced, but there were definitely experiences that I was having outside of my body while I was in that coma. And I was blessed to have peak of those things, but they didn't last as far as memory. But the memory does recall that I had those experiences. So often we see God as being separate from us. And that's really, once you start studying these teachings, it's hard to believe that you ever thought that way, that you had to wait to sit, and you had to do all this stuff before you could sit at the side of God. And that is almost an impossible thing to do, because we're troublemakers. We come to this earth and we get in trouble and we sin and we go through all this stuff. So it takes eternity to sit at the side of God. But somehow, somewhere, we have discovered that we can embrace the eternal now by aligning our thoughts with God. So how do you align your thoughts with God? Well, if you got a trick way of doing it, write me and let me know. Because for me, aligning with God is just closing my eyes, releasing whatever is on my mind, and trying to get to a zero place, like that place that I was in a coma, a zero place where your mind doesn't have anything in it, just emptiness. And if you can have 2 seconds of that, then you've touched in the idea of eternity, eternality, just by closing your eyes and going thoughtless and mindless for whatever amount of time will bring forth this idea that time is not anything. It's something that we need humanly, because it's good to keep your time, earthly time, in line with your experiences. So if you got an appointment with a doctor, you got to be at the doctor at that time. If you work, you're asked to spend time doing a job. But again, that's just the earthly area. I could sit at any desk and do my work and still be in that timeless place. And it's a practice that so many teachings is part of their philosophy. God and life is the same. That's so simple to to understand that God and life is the same. You can't separate one thing and experience the other. So, what is it that we want to experience in the soul's journey? What do I want to experience? I want to experience the godliness that is my life. I've been blessed to have had experiences in the invisible. I wasn't invisible, but the experience seemed like I was in the invisible, yet I was here experiencing it. That's hard to put into words. The times that I was just in this place that wasn't mine. It wasn't something I had ownership of. It was just this amazing place where God truly was being experienced through me. Again, that's my life journey. So when we align with life's journey, eternity is life. Eternity is our spiritual growing, because we're eternally growing. Eternity is love, because love never dies. Love is always present. Love is available for us to have, no matter if you're with somebody or not with somebody. Love is within you, within me. And in that sense, we're right here with each other. I'm right here with you in this moment because love is, because God is, because we are. I love that song that Robin, thank you. I'm in some other place right now. It's interesting. Talking about eternity, I'm feeling this sense that something wants to break out of me and just be in whatever is trying to flow through me in this moment. And again, we've talked about experiencing. What our talk is, I'm feeling like I'm experiencing right in this moment. What my talk is, I want to let go, but I'm committed to time of doing this service, being my part. So we discover that earthly time I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to go a whole different way. So I think I mentioned this before, but Tom Stanar wrote an index of all the words you could think of that are in Ernest Holmes' writing, and then where you could find it. And if you're interested in that, you can get it on the Science of Mind Archives website. And anyway, that's what I often do, and Reverend Michael usually comes up with the titles. And so I just went and looked up Eternal and it went on and on and on and on, but I wrote down a few things that were really meaningful to me. Out of eternal being comes everlasting becoming. Hidden within us is everything we shall ever evolve into. It is for us to realize that evolution is the evolving of the same thing, which is completely, entirely, and absolutely already involved. And what that means to me is no matter what our experience is, no matter what's going on, that power and that presence and that oneness, that that thing we call God, is absolutely present with us all the time in everything that we're thinking and everything that we're going through and everything that might come up and everything that might happen. And I think sometimes we forget that we're never actually alone, because that power and that presence is always with us. And so if we can let go of whatever the thing is that might be bothering us right now and recognize that if we just step aside from that and go inside a little bit, the eternal is right there all the time. The peace is there, the presence is there, the power's there, the oneness is there. And in our busyness, we sometimes forget. And this one's a little longer, but I just means so much to me, and I'm hoping it does to you too. The eternal gift is always made. It is meted out to us according to our own measure. If we were to believe a little, well, we would receive a little. This is all the law of mental equivalence. As much as we can embody, the reservoir of God is available. If we only can use a 1-inch pipe, believing that we shall barely eke out an existence, the stream of spiritual substance will trickle through a tiny stream. We use a 12-inch pipe, and if we can believe and allow the spiritual substance to flow through us, pressed down and running over. It all depends on how great a consciousness of God we can embody, how great our mental equivalent. And I just think that's so important, because I think there are times, I think we probably all have times when we just really get it, when we just really feel the oneness and we really understand how connected we are with God and how its presence is always there. And then there are times when we just kind of go into our physical personhood and get caught up right there. And when I started thinking about mental equivalence, one of the things that came up for me was a number of years ago, when we were still in Fresno, a group called the Masico Choir came to our spiritual center. And what they do is they go into, I know they go to Peru. Well, I can't think of all the countries that they go to. And they go into these places.
Philippines, Africa.
Yeah, anyway. Maybe. Anyway. They start schools, and a lot of these children have never even had the opportunity to go to school. And so, all the places that they go, they start schools, and the kids are able to come to school and learn. And one of the other things they do is they teach the kids to sing. And some of the kids get to have the experience of coming to the United States and singing and traveling from place to place, singing. And they stay with people. They don't stay in hotels or any place like that. They stay in homes, so that they begin to have the experience of what it's like having a home here. And so how they do this is they offer us the opportunity to adopt a child, or more than one. We happen to adopt a girl called Alpha Maya, and she lives in the Philippines. And I think she was in kindergarten when we decided to sponsor her. And we get a letter from her about twice a year. And a couple of months ago, we got our letter. She's out of high school now. She's starting college now. And I just am so appreciative of how we're able to take a person who didn't have opportunities, give them opportunities, and increase their mental equivalent to now she's going to college. When a lot of those kids don't get to go to school and they don't get to have those experiences. And what amazing thing it is that we get to participate in helping her have a mental equivalent of, I get to go to college. I'm going to be successful. I'm bringing my family along with me, and it's just a wonderful thing. And that brought me to, we have a really good friend whose name I don't remember right now, but she started a center in Russia. And at some point, we were still in California, then she brought a bunch of the church members into the United States, and they would come to the various churches and talk about what their experiences were in Russia and what it meant to them to be part of the Centers for Spiritual Living. And they stayed in homes too, and we had all of them stay in our home. And I was apologizing that we had to put multiple beds in the rooms, and she looked at me and she said 50 Russians could live in your closet. Or maybe she said 5. I don't remember what she said, but it really helped put things into perspective for me that we think we don't have enough, and we think that we're poor, and we think that we need more and more and more. And for a lot of people in the world, we just have so much. And that reminds me of the kids too. One of the things the sponsor said was a lot of people just take them out for like burgers. But I did not do that. Knowing what countries the kids that were coming to stay with us came from, I made beans and rice. And I made a huge crock pot full of beans and rice every single day. And when we would come home, I can't believe it. They ate the whole thing. Every day they ate the whole thing. And I thought how wonderful it is that we get to participate in being that space for others to increase their mental equivalence. And we have the opportunity within ourselves. I was listening to you talk, and I know that you've had way deeper experiences than I have, but I remember specific times where I just got it. You know, it's just like I just have this moment of, oh, I see. I can remember one time in meditation when I could just have the experience of the earth forming and unfolding and becoming what it was. And I'm sure it was just seconds, but it felt like eons. And so I think what I'm trying to say here is we have the opportunity to, in experiencing that oneness, create more of what we came here to do. And instead of thinking we can have a little and only getting a little back because that's what we believe, we can open up our awareness and open up our being to all of the possibilities and all of the love and all of the peace that is available to us. And just change our awareness from personhood, I guess, to being eternal beings. Do you have more you want to say before I?
Well, we all experience what it's like to be on this earth and dealing with time. That is fine. We will experience our birthdays to the next. Like I said earlier, one event to the next. However, eternality is the truth of the soul. The soul lives eternally, no matter what the body is doing in the time and space. The soul is the truth of eternality. We operate from eternality of the soul. When we're connected to that, when we focus on God, then our mode of operation changes. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how I used to think my buttons were being pushed, and I would deal with it in a way that wasn't very godly. But then through this practice, through this teaching, when my buttons are pushed, I just simply see it as an inconvenience. It's no big deal. What makes it a big deal is our humanness instead of our eternalness. So when we're thinking of this teaching, the philosophy, and all the tools that we get to use, those are ours eternally.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you can discover in your spiritual growth, once you discover it, it's available eternally. It doesn't go away. Sometimes I wish it'd go away, because sometimes it's difficult practicing spirituality in times that may be challenging. But those are the greatest moments to practice, because that's when you do your most growing. And so I invite you just to look at life from two perspectives. One, your earthly doingness, and two, more importantly, I should reverse the numbers. One should be the soul's work, continuing to grow and expand, and just having an unbreakable faith that we're eternal beings, having this human experience. And what a joy it is to have the human experience. I'm thankful for that. We complete?
Mm-hmm.
That was Barbara Leger.
Barbara Leger, Reverend Barbara Leger.
Yeah, and she's a character.
And that was amazing. I was in Ukraine. It wasn't Russia, it was the Ukraine.
Yeah, it's Ukraine.
And that's center. She did come back to the United States, but that center is still going strong, as far as I know, even with all the things that are going in now.
Yeah.
So the big thing she did.
I'm glad we get to experience it with her.
Me too.
So why don't you do our prayer?
Okay. So I just invite you to take a nice deep cleansing breath. And let go of all the busyness. Let go of the to-do list. Just focus on being right here, right now. One with the one with all that is. As I know that there is only one power, one presence, one life, one infinite intelligence that is each and every one of us and all of us all of the time. It is everything and everyone and everywhere all of the time. There is no separation. There is no place where God is not. God is everything and everywhere. And I know that right where I am, God is, and right where Reverend Michael is, God is, and Greg and Sheila and Ernestina and Robin and everyone tuning into us now and later, we all are one with the one and one with all that is and one with each other. There is nothing else. And so as we breathe in and we recognize we can breathe in more of God, and as we breathe out, we just release it so we can breathe in more of God and be in that space of oneness and be in that space of truth and be in that space of harmony and bless everything that's going on in the world. And hold that space of oneness and hold that space of peace and hold that space of beauty and hold that space of becomingness. As we work through the things we're working through on this planet, we know that each and every one of us is one with God and one with all that is, and eternally one with God. So I'm so grateful to know this for each one of us, to know that power and that presence is one with each one of us, and to know that right where we are, God is. And in absolute gratitude for knowing this, I know there's nothing more for me to do but let it go and allow it to be. So I do that, and I invite you to say with me, and so it is. Amen, Ashe, Aho. Can remember the rest, and woohoo!
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. And I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. And I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I got a piece of that piece all the time. I share it with you, and thank you for that beautiful song.
You're
You
welcome.
were just very inspiring today.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And I know we got one more to come, so we'll take care of this business and we'll be back to you.
Okay.
So, do you have peace in your soul? Are you finding that you're getting something from the service? Well, we're not slick, but we're authentic. What you see happening here is this is really authentic. Sometimes we seem one way and sometimes we seem another way, but it's all good. That's what life is about. It's about being in the moment, allowing your true self to unfold and be the creator that you are, because each one of us has something special that we bring to this planet. And I celebrate that. So if you've gotten something from this, then give something back. And it doesn't have to be anything. It can be anything. Whatever you give, just give from the authenticity of your heart and know that the gifts do some good work. So, Reverend Valerie,
What?
you can tell them how they can give.
Oh, so you can go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and there are lots of ways to give right there. And the Venmo code's coming up now. So if you happen to use Venmo, you can just do it right now.
Mhm.
And also, if you use checks, our address is on the website, cslnorthmetro.org. So that's how you can give.
Anything you give, we accept sincerely from our heart, because we get to do this because of your gifts. So we thank you. So we want to shine our energy towards this basket that represents the flow of good, the ever good of prosperity and abundance. And so repeat after me. I am a child of God.
I am a child of God.
I have no limits.
I have no limits.
I have no boundaries.
I have no boundaries.
I am carried by the Spirit of God.
I am carried by the Spirit of God.
I give from my heart
I give from my heart
with a sense of gratitude,
with a sense of gratitude,
knowing that that which I give
knowing that which I give
heals,
heals,
uplifts,
uplifts,
and finds the path to glory.
and finds the path to glory.
For this and so much more,
For this and so much more,
I say thank you.
I say thank you.
Let it be.
Let it be.
So it is.
So it is.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So, ready for the last song? Yeah.
I am. Today I saw the sun. Oh, I stood out in the rain and watched the eagle fly again. I heard a baby cry and walked right through the storm and felt the wind upon my face. And all the while I could not help but see the life that lives and breathes in you and me. And I am peaceful, yes, and I'm grateful, Lord, and I'm thankful, oh Lord. Yes, I am, and I'm hopeful, yes, and I'm so full, and I'm thankful. Oh, I am so peaceful, yes, I am grateful, I am thankful. Oh, yes, I am hopeful, yes, and I'm so full, and I'm thankful. Oh, I am. Yes, I'm thankful. Oh, I am. Oh, I am. Yes, I am. So grateful. So thankful. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, oh, so peaceful, so grateful, so thankful. I am, I am, I am, I am.
Yay.
And so it is.
So
Oh, it is, yes.
That sounds like a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Love that song.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
So, Greg and Sheila, we appreciate you taking the time out of this experience that you're having and just thinking about us and doing this work. We're very grateful for that.
You're very
Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, what's next?
I think it's time to, and have everybody share what they want to share, and then we'll benedict out, and then you can invite people in, right? Is that it, Greg?
Uh-huh. Yeah. If we have people that want to sign in, there's a link in the comments
Yeah.
No, we,
after the service.
We'd love to see you and know who you are, and give our thanks for you tuning in with us today. It means a lot to us because we are one, and we build from a small group into a large group to be the change we want to see in the world. So please tune in with us. Thank you, Robin, for your wonderful music
Thank you,
and
guys.
for creating that new song. That was so much fun.
I'll send you the lyrics.
We got to witness spirit taking place through us, just so
Yeah.
spontaneously.
Mhm.
And Dr. Ernestine, we love you as our reader because you're just a joy to be around and to have in our lives. We're thankful.
We are thankful.
So I will do a closing prayer before we turn this over to all those that want to come and talk about what they got from the service. So I am indeed thankful, so very grateful to be alive, awake, aware in this time and space. So very grateful for all those who have joined us this day and to celebrate spirit in the highest form. I'm so grateful for these individuals that are responsible for making this service what it is, a glorious idea of God unfolding in our experience through us, through all those who have joined us today, and to all those that may watch later. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. With the grace of God moving through me, I can now release this word knowing it's complete. And so we simply say together, and so it is.
So it is.
So it is. Love you guys.
Thank you for everything, Robin. Great songs today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I think I'll put the video up, but then if anybody that wants to stay on can stay on, and then we'll be back to the same screen. All right.
Okay.
See you in a minute.
Okay.